know there is a lot more to it than just the money. I mean, American and Japanese pop culture, for instance, they've long been seen as the country's soft power abroad, you know?
Yes.
I mean, people know about that. So how do you think Singapore can help Singapore be better known for its designers, its musicians, its filmmakers? How can we share that soft power, Carolyn?
If I look at things from the music standpoint, for example, exposure is good, first of all. Exposure in the local market, and then that ability to take it somewhere else. For example, if we're looking at more airplay on the radio, that's a good start. And certainly more live gigs would be helpful too. And so we need to move away also from a situation where it's always amateur hour. Amateur hour is over for many of the bands. And it's just that venues need to understand this as well and actually start paying the artists to perform a fair fee. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that breeds a culture of value in the art form.
So
I really agree. I mean, doing things for free, and a lot of the times now we're doing things for free. A lot of the bands I play for can come up to me and ask me, "Hey, I've got this really big gig, but it's not paying. Can you play for me for free?" Well, if it's so big, why isn't it paying? It's because it's just a culture of not paying bands, or like this music is something that is not worth as much as something else, you know. And it's a very unhealthy culture because it will come back and hit you one day.
Okay.
If you don't pay someone, you won't get paid.
Well, and of course, it is a vicious cycle. But if we want to take things further, as we mentioned earlier, you know, you want to conquer the world to a large extent because Singapore is so small. You know, what is it that's required to help you get to that next step? You know, and is there enough support now? Do you think, Kenneth? I mean, to help these artists showcase their wares overseas?
I think that one of the things most, if not all, artists recognize is you need to go to where the interest is. You have to go to international events, you need to go to trade gatherings, anywhere where people will see you and know about you. That's one thing. The other thing is, I think it was Josh who said earlier that, hey, you know, we have many languages. I view that as a tremendous advantage because we can make stuff in English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil. We can also promote it in any or all of those languages, meaning that we are not limited to just being able to work potentially in a handful of countries, in a handful of places. Are artists doing enough? Well, there's always room to do more, but I think there's a clear recognition, a sense of urgency to do as much as possible, to be known as widely as possible, and as Josh said, to get paid.
Right.
And I think Carolyn echoed that as well. There is a certain value that's placed. You know, before we went on air, we were talking about movies and ticket prices. Some years ago, somebody asked me, should ticket prices be lower for Singapore movies? And I said, no. Should they be higher for Singapore movies? I said, maybe. But I think the idea is, you know, you don't create a stigma by yourself. You put it on an equal pedestal with everybody else.
So it's again back to the question of, you know, that it should be recognized for the artist for his work and not because he's a Singaporean or not, you know.
Absolutely.